Hello, well, now this is Wolfstar Games, and welcome back to more Robotics Notes Elite. Last time we talked more about the monopole, in so much as talking about how it can be used as a power source. And, that could prove very useful toward making a new robot. So I guess we're stepping forward into cooperating with JAXA. I applaud Akio for actually considering her options. And last we left off, we switched to the point of view of Subaru, back at his home. So let's see what he's thinking. I get out of the bathtub and dry my hair with a towel as I return to my room. Since it's the middle of summer, even though I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, it's still hot enough for me to sweat. That's why my glasses have fogged up. Since I can't see anything, I wipe the lenses with my towel. Oh! He can't see without his glasses! My vision suddenly started to fall apart during junior high school. Okay. It's like, what? In what way does he mean exactly of falling apart? I spent a lot of time reading books and hobby robot manuals with a desk light, so it's no wonder I needed glasses. Okay. I think my dad got mad at me for it, so that was the first time I got scolded for my interest in hobby robots. Interesting, okay.
Robo ka.
Yeah, robots. The Prez's words from this afternoon are still with me.
ガンツク2を作ろうと思う。
Yeah, gun build 2. That's a big step forward for Akiho, to make a whole new robot. My gaze is subconsciously pointed toward the corner of my room. There's a cardboard box sitting there. The top is wide open. Through the opening, I can see numerous pieces of hobby robot parts. Oh, is that M45 in there? Isn't that part of him anyway? And just right smack dab in the middle there? My partner, the same robot who won 3 consecutive Robo 1 tournaments, was stored in there after I dismantled it. Okay, that is M45. Aw. I mean, he still has it. So he didn't completely throw it out. It's like it has too much sentimental value toward him. So it's like it would be very hard to really part with it. The reason why I put it in such a clear place is to show Dad that I haven't touched it since I took it apart. But even after disassembling it and not being able to tinker with it anymore, I wanted my late partner to be nearby. Aww. I stand in front of the box and stare deep into it. I don't dare touch it. I have a feeling at some point, though, that he's going to delve into this box. I mean, there's a lot of sentimental value there, and he still has a lot of interest in robots. So I don't know, it just seems that this is a prime point of I guess of a way to show us that he is going to do something with everything that's in this box, whether it be strictly just with M45 or something else that's in there. I promised myself I wouldn't when I took M45 apart. I mean, he says that, but I just have that feeling. So all I can do is look.
ガンツク2の設計にはスバルも参加してもらうから。
Hey, M45? Like, hey, yes, Subaru-sama. I wonder why. I've already put an end to it. I gave up on my dream, my hobby, and decided to follow in Dad's footsteps. But when I think about getting help build a brand new robot, I can't help but burst into a smile. Yeah, it's like it's hard to give up your dreams, especially one that you've had for years, especially like since childhood. You know, I mean, I know some childhood dreams. So some of them can fade away and be replaced with a different dream, but you know, some can stick around. And you know, I'm one of those people who have had his dream since childhood. You know, with me wanting to be a writer, so. Even though I took you apart, I'm excited about building a new robot again. I tried my best to keep my cool in front of the Prez and Yashio-senpai, but he was holding back. It's like he wanted to, but he wanted to join in with being excited, but he felt like he had to hold back because of his promise to his dad. That's kind of sad in a way. I think the last time I was this excited was when I won my first Robo 1 as Mr. Pleiades. I'm sorry, M45. But it looks like I'm going to keep dreaming for just a little while longer. This will be my last dream. It's gonna keep going even after this. I just know it. And I won't fail this time. Watch over me. Oh. It's like, you're breaking my heart here, Subaru. It's like, this is very touching.
さて、問題は設計図をどこで書くかだな。
He doesn't dare do it at home. Not with his father being close by. That was a very short little scene with Subaru, but very impactful in my eyes. Very impactful. Oh, interesting. I mean, not Robo. I'm thinking of a different robot. Gunvarel is all tied up, it looks like. All tarped up. I wonder. Actually, yeah. Upper half and bottom half. These look like they've already been read, though. Yeah, I've already read these. Still can't help but check. Oh, before we do get into the scene here. I get hyped from thinking about yesterday. I didn't think it would really fall. It was worth it waiting at the park for 5 days. Wait. It was worth it waiting at the park for 5 days? Did another monopole fall? Super excited! I just saw something crazy! I want to say it, but I can't. Anyway, I was gonna cry at that moment from being so impressed/touched. Impressed/touched. The hyped feeling and sad feelings, they're fighting inside me. So kind of like mood swings in a way. You really can't talk about it. Oh. What happened? Yeah, Juna doesn't know. I want them to stop saying that it's Big Sis's fault. That was an accident, and no one at a.k.a. was intending to do that. But they still air those words to the public. It's so harsh. Makes them look bad. Can reply to this one. No. I'm not gonna think about it. Just change the hype energy to power. One for all. Shing! One for all and all for one, right? I just noticed that I haven't cut my hair for over a year. Just gonna leave it that way. Yep. I mean, you want to keep growing your hair out, Frau? Go right ahead. It's like I say as I look at my own hair. It's still a secret. Sorry. And then Kaito just saying how long he played. Okay, so let's go down to the first one that I can reply to. If you stay on Misane's side, it will be fine. People only look at what's in front of them. Can't be helped. To be fair, it is a.k.a.'s bad. And yeah, even people who don't care about a.k.a. will feel bad if they get bashed on too much. Well, I'm not sure what to go with here. I think I'll go with this one. Yeah. I feel like that's a good answer. Or a good reaction. Okay, and replying to the Frau not cutting her hair. Your hair is like carpet? Wait, what? No, it isn't. There are salons on the island, so maybe get it cut? Oh, but you are miserable at places like that, huh? I mean, she just said that she doesn't want to cut her hair. Just cut it yourself. You don't care how it looks, right? I mean, she doesn't. Right? So, I mean, she can do with what she wants with her hair. So, it's like I say, grow it out. It's like, and, you know, personally, not that I'm biased or anything, but I personally really like long hair on a girl. Especially if it's red hair. Well, let's see. I don't really like any of these answers. I mean, I just want to... I don't particularly like this answer at all. I don't know, I guess I'll go with this one. Okay. Last day of the Obon holiday. Or I think I'm saying that wrong. I think it's Obon. I followed Akiho to the hangar to find Doc loading up Model 1's engine. Oh, you're taking the whole robot?
よろしくね。
壊れたのはお前のせいじゃねえ。粗悪品をつかませた港の野郎が悪い。
Minato. Is this someone that we're eventually going to meet? Minato is the owner of Minato Motors. He's not a bad guy, but compared to Kamada Motors, he's less cooperative. Okay.
だがな、ろくに整備もせずに乗せたのはお前だ。そのことは忘れんな。
I thought we mounted it just fine.
はい。
オーバーホールはサービスしてやるよ。最近はすっかりお前もうちのお得意さんだからな。直したら持ってきてやる。じゃあな。
See you later, Doc. At least that time it didn't sound like the Roadrunner. Doc gets on the truck loaded with the engine and takes off. That old man's been a lot nicer to Akiho these days. Maybe she's been better about paying him? Yeah, what's her finances like? I mean, especially now that we have a sponsor, it's like we're getting money from Sumio, right? I'm assuming? It's definitely professional of him, but it's also kinda cold how quickly he switches his tone. Akio watches the truck drive off with a lonely expression on her face. Even after the truck vanishes, she's still standing in place. I almost said attending, which is not right.
ロボ1号機直すんだね。
Is she? She is. So even though that she has plans to build a new robot, she's going to continue to work on Gun Build 1, a.k.a. Gunverel. Even though that the Gun Build 2 is also going to be Gunverel, but... Okay, so... She has a lot on her plate then.
やっぱり壊れたままだとかわいそうでしょ?
Of course she does, yeah. I mean, I would feel the same way.
ロボ1号機への愛着もあるもんね。
Yes.
愛着か。愛着はすごくある。
Yeah. Model 1 is outside of the hangar. I can see that. The upper and lower body parts are still attached, but since the engine is gone, the bolts are barely in place. Oh, they took out the engine. Okay. Seeing it lying out in the open like this is sad even when compared to its years of neglect inside the hangar. The cover tossed over it is just the icing on the cake. Akio walks over to Model 1 and lovingly puts her hand over the thin arm sticking out from the cover. Aww.
うちが愛情を注いできた子だもん。しかもお姉ちゃんが設計したわけだし。
Yeah. After 9 years of it being under construction, and ever since Akio took over working on them, like she's put so much work into him that, you know, it would be very difficult to just, you know, let him go and not put any more work into him. That's like I completely understand Akio's feelings here.
言うなればお姉ちゃんとうちの合作二人の子供みたいな。
That's one way to look at it, yes.
あ、いや、これまでの歴代ロボ部の人たち全員の子っていうのが正しいんだけどね。
Right, yeah.
よく言うでしょ。出来の悪い子ほど愛おしいって。
I mean, some parents take the tough love approach, but, you know, there's others who are, I want to say, more understanding towards children. And I mean, it's hard for me to actually talk about this, seeing that I don't actually have a kid myself, but the way I see it is that at the end of the day, every kid should have an unconditional love from their parent. A parent or parents, I should say. Because not all kids have both their parents in their lives.
その気持ち、初めて分かったかも。
そりゃすごい。これでアキちゃんも将来立派な母親になれるよ。
That's quite a compliment coming from Kaito.
でも開発は凍結すると。
I mean, for the time being, she's going to be halting development on him, at least for a while.
この子は万博じゃなくて別の機会にきちんと作ってあげるつもり。
For another event, okay. So one that's not as big and important as the expo that we're planning on entering in February?
いつになるかはわからないけど、うち一人でもね、今まで通りのやり方でコツコツ作っていこうかななんて思ってるんだ。
Right, yeah. I mean, and she's been working on them all by herself anyway, so for the most part. So it's just kind of become a regular thing for her to just work on Gun Build 1 by herself.
例えばガンツク2の開発中でも同時進行でできることあると思うし。
保管の費用はどうするのさ。そういうのあの教頭はすごく嫌いそうだけど。
また粘り強く交渉するよ。
Persistent, she says. Ever since Akio became president, she's mostly forced her way through things. A far cry from negotiating.
でも今はガンツク2のことを優先的に考えなくちゃ。
Right, especially since we only have 6 months before the big expo.
メールだ。噂をすればってことかな。
I wonder who's messaging her. Akio checks her phone droid, and I step away. Oh, Subaru's here too. Subaru's inside the hangar. Hi, Subaru. He's sitting at the work desk in the corner with an open notebook, writing something down. Is he working on a blueprint? We didn't ask him to come in today, yet here he is nonetheless. And not just today, he's been dropping by every day since the day before yesterday. He has to be working on the blueprint then, because he doesn't dare do it at home. This is the only place that he can really work on it. I asked him what he was doing here despite the hangar being locked, and he said he was designing Gun Build 2. Yep. Because he can't work at home, he's willingly has been coming in during the Obon holiday to work. That's a little clunky there. He's willingly been coming in. Omit has. It's like it's like my English classes coming into effect here. He's serious. Where's that indifference he was flaunting the other day when Akio asked him for help? He was holding back and you just didn't know it. But I suppose compared to Akio, Subaru is far more reliable when it comes to robots, so things should be fine. I'll be liberated from babysitting Akio for the time being. Why is he looking at it that he would be babysitting Akio? Seriously though, what exactly is Subaru staring so seriously at? Triple question mark. What? Why are there 3 question marks? I sneak up behind him in an attempt to take a peek, and...
Oh, これって。
Yes, Akio. Akio hurriedly rushes into the hangar. It's like, ah! The time has come? For what? Final battle? It's like, I'm just slightly confused. What's going on here? I appreciate the enthusiasm, but could you at least explain yourself first? Both Subaru and I are completely lost, and I'm right with them. It's like, what is Akio going on about?
何の話?
今、天王寺さんからメール来たの。
Okay, it was Snai who messaged her.
JAXA からの支援、やっぱり受けたいですって連絡したら、休みなのに返事くれたんだよ。あの人いい人だね。
She is very nice.
で、明日から業務再開するから宇宙センターに来てくださいって。
へえ。で、何が決戦なわけ?
Yeah, it's like, why did she put it that way?
そんなの決まってるでしょ。支援はしてもらうけど、うちらの好きなように作らせてもらいますってきちんと言わなきゃ。
Oh. That's why she said that. It's like she wants to make it a point to JAXA, to Nai and her father, that the way that she wants to build Gun Build 2 is how they're going to make it. Not and not in so much as the way that JAXA would want it to be built.
こういうのは譲歩したらとことんつけ込まれちゃうから強気にいかないとね。
I don't think her father would take advantage of them. I don't think so. Same with Nai, really. Maybe other people at JAXA, but I don't think Nai and her father would take advantage of them.
その辺はうちに任せて。交渉事は教頭先生と散々やり合って鍛えられたから。
Butting heads? More like getting a one-sided beating. Okay.
そうですか。明日ですか。
Yeah, tomorrow. Can you make it, Subaru?
ちょうどよかった。試作2号機の設計コンセプトについて話し合うためにレジュメを作っていたところです。
Alright.
レジュメって何？
Yeah, Akio, he's been working on an outline design for Gun Build 2. Has she not taken a look?
メモとか要約とかそういうものですよ。
Oh, list of ideas. Not so much a blueprint. Okay.
予算のことや技術的なことは一切無視して巨大二足歩行ロボットを作るにはどんな方法があるか、なるべく現実的な方向でいくつかの案を出してみたんです。これを足がかりに議論すれば話もスムーズにいくかと思いまして。事前に読んでみますか。
You'd hope that the meeting would go smoothly. Subaru points to the notebook on top of the work desk. Akio looks at it with reservation. Then her eyes explode out of her face. Not literally, though. It's like, we wouldn't want her eyes to literally explode out of her face. Let's put it that way.
何こ
What's wrong, Akio?
れ？スバルってとんでもない変態だ！
What, Akio? I'm laughing, but I'm like, oh, why is she saying this? She gasps in disbelief. What is going on with Juna and the Frau here? It's like, I mean, it looks like Juna is practically carrying the Frau, who appears to be kind of passed out. It's like, is she okay? And it looks like Juna is struggling a little bit too. It's like, come on, Frau, wake up! He's like, now I wanna sleep! And looks like in the background, Akiho and Subaru are having are butting heads a little bit. You know, like she's trying to convince him of something. You know, of convincing him of some of the points that he's written down on in his list, maybe. And of course, Kaito is just being, you know, Mr. Cool here, just, yeah, I'm just resting my hand on my shoulder, just watching Juna struggle with the Frau, not helping at all, as he usually does. Yeah. A few employee and tourist vehicles are parked in the TNSC lot. As far as I can tell, there's nobody around. We have 30 minutes until our meeting with JAXA. I exit the bus that only comes around twice a day and message my message my shoulders. I'll send a message to my shoulders of what to do. It's like, shoulder, go up. Goes up. No, and massage my shoulders. I then snap my neck a few times. Snap your neck? I mean, you snap your neck, you won't be you wouldn't be alive. It's like it's like, don't want to do that. But More like crack your neck. I sometimes do that myself. Like I usually do it like that. It's like since Uncle Senomiya, I called Akio's father Uncle Senomiya, since Uncle Senomiya and the JAXA folks are giving us a ride back, we don't have to worry about that. If it weren't for that, I'd never take a bus out here.
うつだ。いっそ殺せ。太陽マジ殺人光線。
The sunbeams are legit deadly. It's like the Frau seriously is a shut-in. She just wants to stay inside all day.
幸次郎さん、せめて少しは歩こうとして。
デュー、空手先輩、えらいい匂い。くんかくんか。
I love that the Frau calls Juna Karate Senpai. And also, she likes the way Juna smells. Alrighty then. It's like, if I was Kaito, I would try to help Juna with carrying Frau.
ちょっと、やめてよ。
Also, I'm just noticing that with this CG, where's the rest of the Frau's body? I mean, there should be like a little bit of her sticking out on the other side of Juna, but there isn't. It's like, where's the rest of her?
この香り、バニラですな。色気出しよってこのビッチが爆発しろ。
I can't believe the Frau just called Juna a slut. Okay. Also, vanilla. That's one of my favorite fragrances, actually. I have a vanilla flavored scented, not flavored, I almost said it again. Vanilla scented candle. Jeez. Juna's just confused now. The Frau is... I keep wanting to call her the Frau, even when I'm reading. Frau is wearing her school uniform for once and is leaning on tiny Juna's shoulders. She's being dragged along. Despite the Frau's best efforts of not wanting to go anywhere. Since Akio decided that Model 2 is going to be built by all of us, we forced Frau to tag along. I mean, everyone needs to help and pitch in with making Model 2. I mean, if they're gonna stand a chance with the expo in February, all of them are going to need to pitch in. She spent the entire time in the bus cursing us. Oh dear. Not my idea of fun. In any case, I was right to have Juna look after her. Oh, that was Kaito's idea, huh? Okay. Well. It's thanks to her that we somehow got Frau all the way here, despite the fact that she gave up on walking. It's like, legs just don't work. Sorry, I can't walk anymore. It would have been impossible if it were me or Subaru. It would have been impossible? Why does he say that?
純ちゃんって体力もパワーもあるんだね。
Oh, because she does karate? I guess that makes her a fairly good candidate to drag the Frau along. She has a small body and the heart of a chicken. Oh, Kaito, come on. But those long years of karate training weren't for nothing. At this point, I guess the reason she's so weak has more to do with her mental strength than anything else.
よーし、お前ら、いいか?
And Michi is there too. Michi, our chaperone, gathers us in front of the H2 rocket replica and begins to bark orders. This dude was nowhere to be found when we almost got kidnapped, but he's here today as our advisor. I mean, he is their advisor to the Robot Club, so that's not surprising that he's there. Since this is going to involve large sums of cash changing hands, it's a bad idea to have only students present. That's a good point, actually.
天王寺さんとの会合について方針を決めておくぞ。
方針？
そうだ。ここで一つ重要な豆知識だ。日本人はディベートが苦手だ。わかるか?
What? Well, Japanese people aren't good at debates? Is he serious? Why wouldn't Japanese people be good at debates? That doesn't make sense to me at all. It's like they're all Japanese. So, how... if Japanese people aren't good at debates, how would they actually debate?
だから？
お前たちまともなディベートとかしたことないだろ。あるわけないよな。学校じゃそんなこと教えてくれないもんな。
Do they not have a debate club? I thought every school would have a debate club. I mean, I know when I went to high school there was one.
だから今回の会合はそのディベート力を鍛える絶好の機会だと先生は思っている。
Is he finally starting to act like a teacher? Is the sky falling? That's funny that he asks that, considering what happened with that monopole falling from the sky. It's like, I guess Kaito really is Chicken Little right now.
そんなわけで今回の会合、先生は一切ノータッチを貫くぞ。お前たちだけで頑張れ。
Why won't you exactly be participating in the discussions? Hey, Michi. So did he just come here to wish us good luck? And he's just gonna be in the background, not doing anything? It's like, I swear, sometimes Michi is useless. Especially with his pro-tipping.
うわ、それってつまり責任放棄？
It sure sounds that way. Good luck, my ass. I take back everything I thought to myself.
先生はそこら辺のベンチで昼寝してるから、瀬宮妹、会合の結果については後で報告するように。
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm just now going to refer to Michi as lazy.
以上だ。お前たちならできるぞ。気合い入れていってこい。
なんて無責任な言葉。信じられないよ。
Especially for a teacher, right?
そりゃ最初から期待はしてなかったけどさ。
会合への参加そのものまで拒否するとはね。
コナちゃん以下じゃないの。やる気なさすぎ。
I the Frau's motivation is lack of motivation. I mean, is far exceeds Michi's lack of motivation.
嘆いていてもしょうがないですよ。行きましょう。時間に遅れます。
あ、ほら、後輩なのに仕切らないの
？Just go with it, Akiho. Just go with it.
そういう体育会系的な上下関係は嫌いだと前にも言ったはずですよ。
Did he tell us that before? I don't remember. Subaru spits out his words and begins to walk alone. The meetings in the conference room of the Takasaki Observatory, the same place we were taken last time. The observatory was built on the tip of the carved-out cape. Visible from here, it's only 5 minutes away on foot.
そうだけどほら、気合を入れるための掛け声とかやった方がいいじゃん。
A group chant? Like what kind of group chant?
中種元気一発よいらいきだっけ？
Yeah, sure.
あんな恥ずかしいのやりませんよ。運動部じゃあるまいし。
でも一致団結感とかは出るでしょ？
I mean, if it'll make Akiho feel good, then let's just all do it, shall we?
みんな待って。
Yeah, Juda's a little slow here because she's having to drag the Frau along, so it's like she's kind of bringing up the rear. So it's like, slow down, guys. Are we gonna be okay? And straight to another CG. It's like Subaru looks very determined here. The meeting with JAXA starts on time, miraculously. There are only a handful of participants. 5 members from the Robot Club and Tanoji-san from JAXA. Akio's pops isn't even here. Oh. Okay, so just Nai. Alright. Since Tanoji-san is the sole person in charge of this project, maybe that's not a big deal. Yeah. Akio seems displeased that her dad isn't present. That said, she easily succumbs to Tanoji-san's smile and explanation that he had to work. It'll just be us.
じゃあ、こないだテストで動かした1号機じゃなくて、新しく2号機を作るということですね。
That's right.
そうです。こちらとしても願ったりです。1号機はとてもユニークな機体ですけど、動くのが足だけとなるとちょっと厳しいですから。
This was her initial proposal, after all. Whether we received support or not always hinged on accepting it. Plus, Akio was the only one dead set on Model 1, so once she gave in, it was only a matter of time. The issue is...
それで、試作2号機の設計コンセプトなどについては決まっているんですか？
Subaru's been working on that, so has Akiho done anything towards it herself, or has it all just been Subaru?
それについてはまだです。
Oh, I thought he was also starting a blueprint. and not just a list.
ぜひみんなの意見を聞きたいと思って。
Okay.
それについては僕から。
Explain. Why is he all flustered? Subaru raises his hand and begins to speak with a trembling voice. I totally forgot that he's prone to bouts of nervousness, especially when put on the spot. He might as well put on Mr. Pleiades' mask.
レジュメを用意してきました。
You can really hear in his voice that he's really nervous.
日高くん、そんなに緊張しなくてもいいですよ。
Except he is.
面接をしてるわけではないですから、気楽に雑談する感じで進めていきましょう。
I imagine Subaru has a tough time actually relaxing, especially given his home life.
そのつもりで今回は DNSC の他の職員の皆さんは呼ばなかったんです。
Oh, okay. That's why there's no one else.
私だけなら皆さんと年も近くて打ち解けた雰囲気でお話できるかなって思いまして。
どうも。
Subaru, still disoriented, pulls a notebook from his bag and opens it on the table.
わー。
The pages of the notebook are filled with Japanese characters. And none of it has been translated for me. although it looks like there's kind of a English word here, a condax? That's what it looks like anyway. I wish I could read Japanese. The pages of the notebook are filled with Japanese characters. He apparently didn't type this out in his phone droid because he didn't want his dad to find it. Subaru leaves the notebook at school so his dad doesn't discover he's helping us out. Right. Subaru's high-strung nature and meticulous work ethic is what Akio called perverted yesterday. That's why she's said that Subaru was a pervert. It's like, what? That's just confusing to me. Why would someone say that Subaru's a pervert because of his high-strung nature and his work ethic being really good? It's like, that makes no sense to me.
見づらくて申し訳ないんですが。
そんなことないです。これはとってもいい仕事だと思いますよ。
Subaru?
スバルくん、照れちゃってないでさっさと進めて。
Is Subaru nervous because of Nai? Does he find Nai very pretty? I mean, I wouldn't blame him if he does. I mean, Nai's an attractive girl. What teenage boy wouldn't be attracted to her?
いや、照れてません。
I'm not blushing. His face is all red. It's like you're you're fumbling with your words, and your face being red are telltale signs that you are embarrassed and nervous because of Nai. At least that's what I'm getting.
土手をつって
Freaking Frau pointing out the obvious. I could have sworn I heard Frau say something, but I choose to ignore it.
あまり形式にはこだわらず雑談する形で進めていきましょう。ホワイトボードも使っていいですからね。
Come on, Subaru. Come on. It's like, you need a little help? It's like, I feel like he could use a little help here. Subaru starts fidgeting. This isn't good. He's so nervous that he's lost his usual cool.
意外だな。日高くんも緊張するんだ。
Well, he is, Juna. It's like just how you can get nervous from having to perform your karate in front of people.
ちょっぴり親近感湧いちゃった。
What did I just say? Juna says as she sticks her tongue out teasingly. I want a CG of that because that would be adorable. Both Juna and Subaru have poor mental fortitude, I guess. Frau is antisocial. Yes. It's like, this is fact. And Akiho and I are just idiots. Well. Man. There's not a single normal person in this club, is there? What one person thinks is normal, the other person thinks is not normal. But really, it varies from person to person of what is considered normal. You know?
アキちゃん、話の取っかかりを与えてあげなよ。
Kaito, how about you give some backup too? Come on.
とっかかり？
そのノートに書いてあるのを読み上げてみるとかさ。間違ってるところはスバルくんにフォローしてもらえばいい。
That'll take the pressure off him and let things move more quickly.
部長らしいところを見せてよ。
わかった。うちに任せて。
Yeah, you got this.
すみません。頼みます。
It's no problem at all, Subaru. Subaru forfeits the notebook to Akiho. He's as logical as always when it comes to stuff like this. Akiho gets up from her seat and stands in front of the whiteboard.
と、その前に一つだけ部長として言っときたいことがあります。
And what's that? Akio looks at each of our faces.
ガンツク2はね、ここにいる5人だからこそ作れるものにしたいの。ガンツク1の時は順に雑用で手伝ってもらったぐらいだったけど。
Right, like making Gunvarel's scarf.
今回は順だからこそできることとか、フラウボーだからこそできることとか、そういうのをきちんと取り込んでいきたいと思う。
Right, yeah. Like Frau can do the programming.
ここにいるロボ部全員でガンツク2を作ろう。
Where does that leave me? A pilot. Obviously. I'm only good at playing video games. I mean, there has to be something else that he's good at doing, but he just hasn't tapped into that specific thing. It's only a matter of time, though, right? Well, whatever. I'm just gonna do what I've always done. Play Kill Ballad.
すごく素敵だと思います今のかなり部長っぽかったでしょ
That sounded good, Akio, yes.
脳書きはいいからさ、早く始めてよ。
She gets carried away whenever she's praised. So it's important to maintain a good balance between complimenting her and scolding her.
じゃあとりあえず最初に概要みたいなものが書いてあるからそこを読むところから始めようかな。スバル、それでいい？
はい、お願いします。
じゃあ読みます。はじめに試作2号機を設計するにあたって決めなければいけない要素をピックアップした。それぞれの要素で最も適したものを選択して最良の組み合わせを決定したい。その後で設計図作成に取り掛かる予定です。ピックアップした要素は以下の通り。完成後に最も重視するパフォーマンス。
And what would that be?
基本構造。
Basic structure, okay.
素材。
Materials.
電源。
Yeah, we talked about this last time. Power source.
モーター。
Motor.
操縦方法。プログラムって書いてある。
それを全部決めればどんなロボットになるかほぼ見えてくるかと。
ちなみにガンツク1はね、歩くことだけに特化した設計なんだ。
Right, yeah. Because that was the only thing he could do.
つまり足なんて飾りですじゃなくて上半身なんて飾りですだったの。
そういうネタを挟まないでくれませんか。
She can't help it, Subaru. Subaru's cheeky nature briefly resurfaces. I guess he's loosening up a little. Slowly but surely.
その次のページに1号機失敗の原因について書いてます。
失敗はしてないけどね。
The performance of Gun Build 1 showed otherwise, though, unfortunately. She flips the page, all the while making excuses.
1号機の失敗の原因は技術力の不足といい素材を用意できなかったことである。
Technological oomph. It's like that's an interesting way to put it.
例えば資本力と技術力を持つ大企業が同じ設計図で1号機を作っていたらかなりいいロボットが完成していたことが予想される。コンダや US ロボコム、アウデーあたりなら実績もある。
1号機は設計段階での理想が高すぎたとも言えます。
Sure, yeah.
設計図の出来がどれだけ良くてもそれを実際に作るための技術力や予算がなければいいものは作れません。
さスバル、1号機のことをダサく扱いしないでくれないかな。
Of course, it would sound to Akio that Subaru's trash talking Model 1.
一応ちゃんと歩いたんだぞ。
I mean, it did, but it was far too slow.
でもあれは失敗作ですよ。少なくとも 世間の評価はね。
Unfortunately. Aw, it's sad Akio again.
Hi.
Yes, Nai? Tanoji-san raises her hand with a big smile. It's like almost as if she's in a classroom.
1号機は足だけが動きましたよね。
Yes.
それと同じか、それ以下しか動かないんじゃ、2号機を新しく作る意味はないと思うんです。
Right, yeah. I mean, it needs to do better than... the gun build 2 has to do better than gun build 1. It's like, have to put everything into Model 2 to where we don't repeat the same failures as Model 1.
できれば足も腕も、あと腰とか首も動いてほしいな。
I'm sure we could get that to happen. It'll take a lot of work, but I'm sure that they could do it.
ほら、ロボワンでヤシオくんが操縦していたあのホビーロボットみたいに。
10メートル近いロボであそこまで動かすのは世界トップクラスのメーカーでも難しいと思いますが。
I mean, it would be. But, you know, if given an inch, I feel like they would be able to pull it off somehow.
やっぱりそうですよね。でもやってみないとわかんないよ。
Right, yes. It's like, gotta try everything that they can and see what works and see what doesn't work.
行き当たりばったりで作り始めるのは避けたいんです。僕から言わせれば試作1号機は設計図レイプですよ。
Wow, don't hold back, Subaru. Uh-oh. Subaru's getting heated. That was some questionable language just now. A little bit.
前にも言いましたが、あそこまで解約されたら設計した人がかわいそうです。
So he feels bad for Misane? Because she's the one who originally designed the Gun Build 1.
別に好きで変えたわけじゃ。
Then why did you modify it, Akio?
でも変えざるを得なかった。それは見通しが甘かったからです。2号機は製作期間が半年しかないんです。設計段階で自分たちにできること、自分たちの限界を決めておくべきでしょう。
These are all very good points.
ところで、種子島新さんはサーボモーターをいくつ使ってたんです？
24個だけど。
24. Isn't that a lot of servo motors to be used in such a small little hobby robot?
巨大ロボットにそれだけの数を搭載しようとすると、モーターだけでかなりの重量になります。
I imagine it would be, yeah.
でも、細かい動きをさせるならそれくらいは必要ですよね。
That's a good point.
パフォーマンスという言葉が出ていましたけど、万博に出るからには来場したお客さんへのアピール方法について考える必要があります。
Yeah, it's like, think about what the audience is going to expect out of a life-sized robot. Even more than life-sized. More like gigantic sized.
ただ歩くだけじゃ人の目は引きつけられませんよ。それこそ歩くっていう機能を捨ててでもダンスみたいなことをできるようにしないと。
Dance? Sure, have a dancing robot. Because that's what everyone wants to see. See a robot dance.
ダンスに特化したロボというわけですか。
Yeah, sure, why not?
万能型よりは作りやすいでしょうね。ダンスの内容次第ではありますけど。
Okay, he's actually considering this.
例えば上半身の動きだけとか。
パラパラみたいなのですね。
Pada pada. A pada pada, a dance that was popular with young women in the 1990s. I don't think I've ever heard of pada pada, and I was a child of the 90s. What? The draw of this dance is that it's easy to dance in a group and the moves are simple. It concentrates on the movement of the hands and feet and is usually danced while remaining expressionless. Huh. Okay, I don't think I've ever seen this dance before. I don't think I have.
Hmm?
お
It's like none of them know pada pada, do they? Everybody goes quiet. A moment of silence sets in.
あれパラパラ知りません
Doesn't seem like it.
そういうダンスですか
Oh, June has heard of it, it sounds like.
渋谷や原宿の女子高生に大人気だったんですけど。
Right, in the 90s. This isn't the 90s anymore, though.
そっか、もう10年以上前ですからね。ジェネレーションギャップ。
Generation Kappa. I just find it funny that she just said crud. At least with the localization. It's like, crud. It's like you're kind of showing your age, Nye. Talking about a generation gap. Even though we're only like 2 years apart, maybe it's just a difference in where we were brought up. Probably, actually. I mean, you know, Kaito, Akio, and Subaru are all from an island where, and then Nai is from a big city. So that would make some sense.
話を戻しますが、
Sorry, Subaru.
上半身の動きだけで済むなら、足の強度を多少無視して設計してもいいかもしれません。
ガンツク2にさせるのはダンスじゃなくて別のがいいな。
What do you want Gunbuild 2 to do, Akio?
実現難しいんでしょ？
Yes, it would be very hard to do. But, you know, they may just be able to pull it off.
それにね、みんなガンツク2の根底にある一番基本的なことを忘れてるよ。
基本的なこと？何それ？
ガンツクプロジェクトの正式名称はガンバレルを作ろうプロジェクトなんだから。
Right, she wants to build another Gunvarel. So... Right, so to have a Gunvarel robot dance, that would that would definitely be a sight to be seen. Right? But Akio doesn't want him to dance, though, right? She wants him to, fight.
ガンツク2も頑張れるじゃなきゃ。頑張れるはやっぱり正義のロボットらしく強さとかっこよさが第一なの。
Of course. Tenoji-san nods along with Akio's words. She seems to be in agreement.
頑張れるじゃないとダメなんですか?
To Akio, yes it does.
頑張れる以外で作りたいロボがあるの？
既存のデザインを踏襲する必要はないということです。
That's true. I mean, they don't have to make a robot that's based on another robot. Another, fictional robot, I should say.
ロボ部オリジナルにすればいい。ロボ案の時の種子島新さんのようにね。
Yeah. But Akio doesn't want to do that. She wants to make Gunvarel.
でもね。
Akio pouts. Pouting Akio.
ロボ部は結成以来ずっとガンツクプロジェクトをやってきたんだから。
Right, yeah, but the robots that the robot club has worked on doesn't have to be robots that are based on, fictional robots like Gunvarel. They don't have to be. I mean, and, the Tanegashima machine is one that's not, right? So that's an original Robot Club robot. So why can't we make another one that's original as well?
それは検証したいの。ダメかな。
No, it's not so bad.
ナンセンスですね。
I shoved four... Oh my god. I shoved 4 fingers into Subaru's mouth after he makes his declaration. Kaito, stop shoving your fingers down people's mouths. First he does it to Akio, and now he's doing it to Subaru. It's rude for one, and two, that could also be very unsanitary. What's the meander with you? Meander. What's the meander with you? I'm gonna start saying that from now on.
それくらいのわがままは聞いてあげてもいいんじゃない？
カイ。私賛成。
Juna agrees. Juna timidly raises her hand. I raise my hand as well.
頑張れるに1票。
Well, color me surprised. I didn't think Kaito would actually vote for the robot being Gunvarel. All eyes point to Frau. Frau? What do you say? One virtuoso programmer has her head down on the table so he can't see her face. Has she passed out, like, completely? Like, I'm sleeping, don't bother me.
かけよう。私の魂をドドドドド。
Da 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 da. What? What kind of laugh was that? It's like first and now da 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 da. Let's just consider her vote invalid.
私もいいと思います。頑張れる作りましょう。
And Nai's all for it too. Huh.
あ、でもあれって商標とかどうなってるのかな。
Trademark issues. That's a pretty good question, actually. Trademark, a recognizable sign, design, or expression which identifies products or services owned by a company as established in trademark law. Yeah, and they don't want to encroach on any legal issues with having anything built that's encroaching on, any trademark issues. So, they kind of have to be careful with where they're going to go with designing this new gun barrel.
ちょっと調べておきますね。もしかするとメーカーさんに許可を取らないといけないかもしれませんので。
I know from reading a little bit about it that if anything has a trademark or a copyright on it, if you don't have the permission to the rights, it's like you have to get permission first. But then on the other end of that, I know that, from reading a little bit about it, if anything that was once trademarked or copyrighted, you have to wait a certain number of years for it to be released to the public domain. So, I know, the Oz books are in the public domain. So it's anyone who wants to adapt the Oz books for, the big screen or the small screen, you could do that without having to get the rights. I know just a tiny bit of how that works, but at the same time, I haven't done a deep research into it, but it's an area that you have to be careful with adapting anything, even with a robot. It's and I take it that with Gunvarel, it's not a very old anime, so they would have to get the rights in order to officially make a new robot.
スバル君は
Subaru lowers his shoulders, an indifferent expression on his face.
僕がここで反対したって賛成4反対1危険1で決まりでしょ。
I mean, yeah, it's already majority rules, so
じゃあ決まり。
Akio lets out a sigh of relief.
それとダンスっていう案もあくまで一例ですから。
Right, but we could incorporate a dance routine into Gunvarel if we so wished, right? It's how many people would want to see Gunvarel dance? Akio touts Gunvarel as being the symbol of, justice, and why not have Gunvarel be a robot that's not just a robot of justice, but also a robot of dance. It's like, why not? And they could even meld the two and have it be like a dance of justice.
人と全く同じように万能型にする必要はないって言いたかっただけで。
Right.
そうですね。一番いいのはやっぱり頑張れるの技を再現することでしょうか。
Tenoji-san then glances over at Juna.
空手の型ができたりすると力強さをアピールできるかもです。
I mean, we did get with the Tanegashima machine. We did incorporate Juna's Super Renpei move into him. So why not have Gunvarel be programmed to perform a kata? Why not?
型を？
Yeah.
せっかく経験者もいるわけですし。
Yeah, it's like that's how Juna would be helpful in making this new gun build 2. So that's one person down. How did Tenoji-san know that Juna was in the karate club? She's obviously done her research. Did she look up the info on her own? She's friends with Juna on Twipo too, so maybe she found out that way. I mean, quite possibly.
とにかくそういうお客さんの目を引きつけるためのパフォーマンスがあると素敵です。うちにとっておきの案があるよ。
Excuse me. Needed a drink there. Akio, already having regained her usual energy, raises her hand up high to solicit attention.
マスタースレイブ式の操縦法にして順に実演してもらうみたいな。
Master slave system? What exactly is that?
マスタースレイブ？何がマスターになるんです？
Wouldn't Juna be the master in that case?
順本人。
Yeah. It's like that only makes sense.
人をマスターにしてその動きをスレイブである2号機にトレースさせるわけですか。
Exactly.
そんなの無理に決まってるでしょ。アニメの見過ぎです。
マスタースレイブってマスター側の動きをスレイブ側にそっくりそのままトレースさせて動かす方法です。
That's interesting. I mean, so it's like, what have I seen that's similar to that? I'm trying to think. I know I've seen that kind of thing before. I know I have. And I can't think of where I've seen that. Oh, that's gonna bug me.
中でも人をマスターとしたマスタースレイブ式の操縦方法は数あるオペレーションの中でも一番直感的でしょう。ということは、私が聖剣好きをやったらロボットも聖剣好きをするんですか？
Yes. That's how it would work.
そういうことになります。すごい。けど怖いかも。
No, Juna.
ナンセンスですよ。マスタースレイブには解決しないといけない問題が多すぎます。
Yeah, it's like Subaru is with him being with him wanting to be a robot engineer. It's like he's trying to think of this very logically of what will work and what will not. So it's like he can't help but, you know, refute things that may seem too complicated and too intricate for a robot to do.
巨大ロボットに人の動きをトレースさせようとしたら、動き始めると同時にねじれて壊れますね。素材の強度やモータの性能が1号機より劇的に改善されないと。
Right. It's like, can we do that with the amount of time we have left, though?
冗談だよ。そこまで本気で検証されるなんて言い出したうちの方がびっくりだよ。
Akio's not kidding, though, is she?
アキちゃんの場合、どこからどこまでが本気か冗談かわかんないからね。
It's like, I think she's just kind of putting up a front here, saying that she was joking. I just have that feeling.
それはごめん。じゃあ真面目に。
Yes.
パフォーマンスについては頑張れるの決めポーズが一番いいと思う。
And what's his iconic pose?
疾風怒涛の元気一発頑張れるジャキーンっていうの。
そのポーズだけでいいならかなり楽だと思います。
Okay, so let's try that first then.
できればポーズの数は増やしたいね。
ただ、側はどうします？頑張れるの外見を再現するんですか？
Well, of course, right, Akio?
もちろん。だってそうしないと頑張れるだってわかんないでしょ？
Right.
もしかしてスバルってば軽量化のために側はつけるなってまた言い出すつもり？
ええ、そうです。モーターを増やすならその分少しでも軽くしないと厳しいですよ。
また足を太くすればいいんじゃないの？
And have a repeat performance of the first gun build one? Of the first gun build?
ロボ1号機だってオリジナルの頑張れるとはかけ離れた足の太さだったんだし。
かっこ悪くなってもいいなら構いませんがね。
そりゃうちだってあの太さはかっこ悪いと思うけど。
But what? You don't?
モータが増えればそれだけ関節が増えるということですよ。
Right.
重量があるほど関節に負担がかかってしまうんです。
Yeah, it would need a lot of power to get the joints to work properly, right?
関節部分はあまり強度は出せませんもんね。
They aren't?
スバルが用意してくれたこのノートには基本構造についていくつか案が書いてあるけど。
はい、今の議論とも関係してきます。
基本構造案その1、モノコック。
Monocoque? What's a monocoque?
基本構造案その2、ホビーロボット風。基本構造案その3、模型。
何一つわからない。
私も。
ホビーロボット風というのが僕がおすすめしている案です。モータの数を増やす代わりにそれ以外を限界まで削ぎ落として軽量化します。余計な装飾は一切なしです。僕じゃなくてミスタープレアデスが使っていたホビーロボットのような見た目になると思ってください。
Nice save there, Subaru.
伝説のジャンプ、ミスタープレアデスの最高のパートナー。ズバリ M45 ですね。あのロボかっこいいですよね。ミスタープレアデスもミステリアスな感じがしてどこかの王子様みたい。
Wow. That's quite a compliment. It's like, I wonder how Subaru feels about that. Now he's embarrassed. Subaru looks like he's about to start writhing in agony in response to Noji-san's fangirlisms. Okay, there's a new word for me. Fangirlism. I can barely hide my grin. Of course you can't, Kaito.
ねえスバル、側なしじゃ絶対かっこ悪いってお客さん受けしないよ。
Yeah, it's like it needs some kind of, you know, outer appearance.
パフォーマンスは重要って天のおじさんも言ってたし。
見た目を重視するならそのノートに書いてある基本構造案その3を選べばいい話です。
模型って書いてあるね。これは
そのままですよ。立たせておくだけの動かないロボを作るんです。
Yeah, I don't think Akio's gonna go for that. She wants Gunvarel to, you know, move in some way. It's like, and who would want to go and see a robot that stands completely still?
昔ガンバムが東京のお台場に立ったでしょう。要するにあれです。動かす必要はないからおそらくガンバレルのフォルムをそのまま再現できるでしょう。
そういうのって模型屋さんに任せた方がいいもの作ってくれそうじゃない？
ああいう型を取るのってかなりの職人技が必要らしいですね。
Oh, it does?
模型メーカーに金だけ出して丸投げと。
Huh.
それじゃうちら模型部になっちゃう。やっぱり動くものを作らなきゃ。そうですね。ロボ部はロボットを作る部活であって側を造形する部活ではありませんから。
Yeah.
そこで側の部分での妥協が必要になるわけです。で、中途半端に取り付けるぐらいならいっそ全部取っ払ってしまうべきだと僕は初めから言っているんですが。
Akio doesn't like that. I know we're still in the middle of this conversation, but I think I'm actually going to stop it here for now. So we'll pick this up next time. So I hope you all enjoyed watching, and thank you all for watching as well. And if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, like, favorite, and claw that subscribe button to become part of the pack. And as always, everyone, I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, wherever you may be.